What's up, you guys? Welcome to another episode of Striking a Chord. I am Mad Manda, and producer Rich is with me.
Well, I'll take it. I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I'm just gonna let everyone know I'm probably still a little recovering from yesterday.
Yes, it's a big deal when your team wins after
50
50 years.
Yeah, no. I Cubs fans. I know it's not 118 years or whatever.
I was gonna say I think we got you beat there.
Yeah, but it was still it's the first time in 50 years, and my God, Kansas City brought out the note. They know how to party because one, the biggest incident recorded was a streaker, so we didn't destroy our town. So kudos to people at home. And then I feel the most appropriate song lyric today for me to do an intro of is is to quote a song that was written for the 1985 World Series run for the Kansas City Royals.
Okay.
So I'm quoting Motley Crue today. I'm not even.
Oh boy.
It is, and it's one of my favorite songs ever. You know I'm a dreamer, but my heart's of gold. I had to run away high so I wouldn't come home low. And that song is Tonight.
I know it.
Yeah, and that was wrote about the
Coming Home.
Yeah, Home
like
Sweet Home.
Sweet Home. There you go.
Wrote about the 1985 Kansas City Royals. So,
is it really?
Yeah. So I got the first video package of the Chiefs winning the Super Bowl, and it's to this song, and I'm like, "Yep, nope."
Wow!
I'm crying. I mean, it's not like I cried after they won the Super Bowl, and then I see the first video package of highlights, and it's to this song. I went, "No, you can't do this to me." So
that's funny. So I know it's been a couple weeks, you guys. I apologize.
It's my fault. I was in Houston, and I gotta talk about all that stuff too eventually. But yeah, it's been a crazy couple weeks on my end, so it's all my fault this time.
Well, it's okay. It happens.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll be able to get things back on track.
That's the plan.
So this week we're going to talk Grammy Awards. I know you missed them.
I tried thank God. Thank God. Well, I did watch some of the performances on YouTube.
Okay.
But the Grammys themselves, everyone could, if you're in the music business, at some point you're gonna win a Grammy. I have a lot of opinions about the Grammys.
Tons of new tour announcements. So
there was one today. Announcements. Did you see the one from today?
Yes, I did. So many tour announcements. There's just I can't. And then a few new music alerts. And then in our feature segment, we're going to be talking about some of our most anticipated albums of 2020. Ooh. So it won't be a super long show, which is, not a bad thing.
No.
But hopefully I'll have a jam-packed episode for you guys next week. So yeah, the Grammys.
Oh, we're just going to start there. Good to know.
Yeah. So Lizzo's opening was really cool.
Love her. I love her.
The tribute to Kobe was
what a terrible,
so sad, but a beautiful tribute.
Okay, so one, we're in line in Houston at the Royal Rumble for that when that broke, and there were people lining up outside the Staples Center doing, putting flowers down and all that.
Yeah.
And then it didn't click in my mind till about an hour later. Oh crap! The Grammys are at the Staples Center.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa! So
yeah,
kudos to them for doing that in such quick fashion because
you
almost
definitely
had to do it at that point because he was such a name to that venue.
Mm-hmm. And just in the world of basketball, I mean,
just in the world in general.
Yeah, I mean, just absolutely insane what happened.
Our episode of Live this week's
Keys,
covering that.
What?
Our episode of
really?
Live, yeah, we're going to talk all about all the stuff that's happened the last 2 weeks.
But yeah, I mean, Alicia Keys and Boyz II Men did a beautiful tribute to him, and and his daughter, and really like everyone who died in that helicopter crash. So the big reason I was watching the Grammys was for Blake and Gwen's performance of the debut performance of their duet, Nobody But You. The song itself is just so fantastic, but their duet was just incredible. I love them.
I did check this one out. I did not hate it.
Yeah, I thought it was a big highlight for me personally, for the Grammys. And then Best Pop Solo Performance, which I believe was the first award of the night, went to Lizzo.
Yeah, good for that one. Does not surprise me.
Yeah,
there is one that does, but
I think she also won Best Contemporary something award.
I'm looking this up right now because I was like, I wasn't prepared.
Forget the name of it. Best Country Duo / Group Performance went to Dan and Shay for Speechless.
I don't like them. The more I keep listening,
Really?
they just, I don't know. The more I keep hearing them, the more I'm like, I'm done with you.
Oh.
Yeah.
So there was a tribute to Prince, and they chose Usher to do it, which I thought was an interesting choice because he's not the first person I think of. So it wasn't horrible, but it wasn't great. He can definitely dance. No one can take that away from him.
Right.
But he's not the strongest singer, at least not for a Prince tribute. But I mean, that's just my take on that.
He's good. You can't. I mean, that's about the best thing.
He's a good performer, absolutely.
But that's what he is. He's a great performer.
Yeah.
Prince was an all-around performer, and those are hard to come by.
But Prince could actually sing though too.
No, that's what I said. He's an all-around good performer. Those are hard to come by now.
I thought you were talking about Usher.
No,
Sorry.
no.
I was like, Usher's a good performer, but he's not the strongest vocalist.
No. There is a really, really sad photo of Usher sitting in the Staples Center for the tribute to Kobe. Everything's coming full circle this week, apparently. But
Camila Cabello's performance was stunning. She had me in tears on my living room couch.
I have not watched that.
And she dedicated it to her dad, and then she goes up to him at the end, and it's just if you weren't crying during that performance, there's something wrong with you.
I need to watch that one.
It was just beautiful. Tanya Tucker won Best Country Album and Best Country Song.
You sent that to me.
She performed the song with Brandy Carlisle played on the piano. So the song itself is not bad, but her singing it would be a better song if it wasn't her singing.
You sent me that Tanya Tucker won this. And the first thing going through my mind is, the hell is Tanya Tucker doing winning anything in 2020? And then 2, you told me she performed it. I think that was the main text, and I just sent back a picture of a dumpster going down the street on fire. That's all I could do.
Yeah. And it was a night. It was a night at the Grammys. Steven Tyler performed. Aerosmith performed with Run DMC. However, there was people raving about it, and I don't know if they were watching the same performance as everyone else because Run DMC was great. Let me put it that way.
Because Run DMC is always great.
Yeah, and musically Aerosmith was fine, but Steven Tyler's voice does not sound like it held up over the years. It was awful. And then Joe Perry looked like he didn't even want to be there.
And then there's that whole story with the original drummer and all of that coming out this week.
Yeah, it was just not a good performance, guys. Not a good performance. In fact, I think I tweeted it's performance. If this performance isn't an example of why it's so important for artists to take care of their voices over the years, then I don't know what else.
Truth. You know who doesn't ever have to worry about that? The guy who sang Tequila. That guy's fine.
Also, I think I have down in my notes, Old Town Road needs to just die already. I'm so freaking sick of that damn song.
I know it was overplayed. I don't listen to mainstream radio, so I don't have to deal with that.
I don't really listen to it either. It's just I don't know. It's like everywhere I turn around, it's there. The people
See,
I
I've
talk
only
to or hang out with,
fun
it's
story.
there.
Fun story. I think I've heard that song 6 times in the last year. So it's not been one of those overkill things for me. It was in the Super Bowl. He had an ad with Sam Elliott, which is freaking hysterical.
I heard about that. I didn't see that though.
Yeah, no, it's like Billy Ray's in it too. It's a really good ad. It's for Doritos, ironically, but you put Sam Elliott in anything, and it's like 5 times better. So, like, I recommend, I do recommend that ad. But no, I get. It was his year, though. I mean, how many?
Yeah.
He was number 1 for what, 30 weeks?
No, I mean I get it, but I don't know.
I think your whole problem with that was the whole "what genre is the song" bit.
Not just that, but like I legit think that like he's mocking country.
I don't think he is. I can say that up one side and down the other. I don't think he is. I don't feel like any rap, with the exception of Cowboy Troy. Sorry, that numbnuts is mocking country, but
I don't think so.
See, I do.
I feel like the opposite.
I have a lot of opinions there, but I will not share those.
The Alicia Keys performance of her, so she did an opening monologue, and she sang like she mad-libbed along to Louis Capaldi's song "Someone You Love." That was really cool. But then later on in the show, she performed her own new song. I'm assuming that was really good.
Her voice
like
is amazing.
Really, really good. And then Billie Eilish took home Best New Artist, Best Album, and Best Song.
Everything. I'm not mad about that, actually.
I'm not mad, but
no, but this is an interesting. I don't
get the hype. I'm not gonna lie, guys.
I love her.
Send the hate mail to strengthenchordofficial@gmail.com. But like, I don't get the hype. I tried listening to her album. I did try. I'm not gonna lie. I tried. I couldn't get through it.
I dig it. I don't know but see, now there is a thing with the Grammys and Best New Artist, whereas there's this curse. And you can look at all the Best New Artists at the Grammys. None of them have really gone on to do much.
I can't think of who won in the past.
Evanescence, they went to crap. I mean, with the exception of a few, maybe. I mean, all right, just in the last few years. Dua Lipa, which I'm probably pronouncing wrong. Yeah, I can shoot.
No, I think that's how you pronounce it.
Alessia Cara, Meghan Trainor.
She kind of disappeared.
Meghan Trainor.
Meghan Trainor's okay,
but she hasn't done much. Like, she's had the one hit, Chance the Rapper, and his career was already pretty okay established before.
Meghan Trainor had a couple of hits.
Yeah, but
like at least like a handful.
That was before she won the award. That
was
Are you 20. Sure? Yeah. Like maybe No came out after. Because a lot of her songs was 2014, 2015. She won it in 2016.
Huh.
Because the
Well, see, so the problem with this award is and this goes with any like recording academy, whatever, like board. They're always late to the game because the same thing is done with the Country Music Awards. Best New Artist, it's always like 2 or 3 years late. At least.
Like the only few that may have broke past the barrier, like Zac Brown Band won it in 2010.
Okay.
What have they done lately? Nothing.
Well, I mean, up until this last record, they were not doing too bad. But this last record sucked.
I think the last artist who's actually done decent for themselves was Adele.
Yeah.
Because Amy Winehouse won it in 2008. John Legend's doing pretty good for himself, but I mean, it's John Legend.
I would say so.
Carrie Underwood, and I think Adele and Carrie Underwood and Maroon 5 are about the only 3 artists who have been like, okay, at least they're still. But there's been this thing with that Best New Artist Award that's just kind of a bit of curse since a certain point. I don't know where the certain point is. I want to say it's probably 2000, but thanks, Christina. But because I mean, I don't know. After they have their hit and they become Best New Artist of the Grammys, it just seems like they can't get footing again. A lot of artists. Yeah. So I don't know. Like, it's weird to talk about Billie Eilish and knowing, oh crap, she won the Best New Artist. And then then she just won everything else.
Yeah.
Still want to know what the difference is between album and record of the year.
So album is obviously a full album. Record is kind of like song, only record has to do with the producers and stuff, as opposed to song, which is more focused on the songwriters.
Okay, so it's so it's like here's the people behind it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, gotcha.
Yep. So that's all I have for the Grammys. Because at one point, like I started like towards the end, like I started falling asleep, and I finally just called it quits and went to bed because I was over it.
Like most of every award show ever.
Yeah, well, especially this year for the Grammys. So like it just, I don't know, didn't keep me. Like it had me going for a little bit, and then it just lost me.
Was it because of Tanya Tucker? Because I would believe it's because of Tanya Tucker.
That was part of it.
Yeah.
Moving on to our tour announcements on the road. Jeez. Okay, so this one I think like broke the internet. So My Chemical Romance announced a U.S. tour finally.
Holy tits.
And one of those stops is Chicago in September for Riot Fest.
Yeah, which is not selling well. I want to point that out.
So from what I read this week, the U.S. tour for My Chemical Romance is completely sold out. Like it broke Ticketmaster. Yeah. Like people are like freaking out because they can't get tickets.
I think this falls onto two things too. One, yeah, My Chemical Romance, they knew what they were doing. Two, Ticketmaster's the devil.
Mm-hmm. We've said this before.
Yeah, because I don't know if anyone's looked at secondary sites for ticket prices, but they are effing ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
There was some nosebleed seats going for $3,000, and you're like, what the hell?
That shit.
Yeah, and I understand that they're popular. I enjoy their music. Are they that popular? I guess I was not big in the emo phase. I don't remember this.
Yeah, so I was big into the emo phase, but I wasn't big on My Chemical Romance. Like they had a couple songs that I was a fan of, but that was it. I didn't realize how many people were like obsessed with them the way like it happened with this tour. So Riot Fest, I don't think tickets are actually on sale yet, are they?
Yeah, you can buy tickets now for Riot Fest. You can buy the 3-day pass. This is where the problem lies.
I think people are looking for the rest of the lineup, though.
No, I think people just want a one day. I think what's going to happen is they're going to sell the shit out of when they upload.
Yeah.
Like, here's what I think they're probably on Saturday. That's my guess. Like,
I can see that.
Here's the one, because they have a show Friday night in Minneapolis, so I feel like Saturday is the day.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're the one-day act, we're going to put all the one-day tickets on sale. They're going to sell out super fast. But the 3-day tickets, because nobody's going to want to go for all 3 days, except for your hardcore.
Man, we're all old now.
I'm going, but because I promised the wife we're going to go. So we're going. Which it's been a long time since I've been to a 3-day music festival. So
good luck.
Woo! That'll be fun. They have a good line. They had a good lineup last year, so I'm not really concerned. It's just I've also heard rumors that there's going to be a Rage Against the Machine reunion, and I'm like, all right, I'm kind of there. Like, let's do this. Screw it. I'll drink shitty beer all weekend and just be sloshed and not be able to talk. Worth it.
Speaking of 3-day music festivals, Windy City Smokeout announced their lineup this year. So the headliners, Friday, as I told you, it was Darius Rucker. Saturday is Dierks Bentley, and Sunday is John Party. So those are on sale now.
Okay, as a fan, I feel that's very lackluster.
I mean, there's some pretty heavy hitter headliners, I think, especially Dierks. The rest of the lineup is,
but I mean,
it's okay. It's not. It could be worse. But there's still more to be announced. So
I was gonna say at this point, I would not attend this.
Really?
No. You're going.
Well, you're also not that crazy about country music, though.
I love Cody Canada and The Departed. I'm not gonna go out of my.
I have no idea who that is.
Formerly, yeah, you do. Do you not know Cross Canadian Ragweed?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, you do. So. But like outside of, I mean, I'm looking at the lineup. I don't know who half of the people on this list is.
I know who most of them are.
Yeah, but you listen to country 90% more than I do. Like I'm just like everywhere. Like the only reason I go is Darius Rucker. Dierks Bentley's been around forever. I'm not that I know it would have John Party what we discussed on the show, and I've listened to a couple of songs. Like I don't dislike him, but I wouldn't go out of my way to see him. Like this doesn't seem like a good festival lineup.
So I just saw Dierks and John Party both actually this past summer, like in September. So it's not a big deal if I don't see them. I wouldn't mind seeing Darius Rucker. I guess it depends who else is on the Friday lineup.
Yeah, because this is a weird, like, just look, it's small right now.
Yeah, and it says, more to be added. But yeah, right now, I don't know. I'm not in a rush to buy tickets.
Because, I mean, it's not the strongest lineup.
But that's just, I've seen all those people before. You know what I mean? So,
yeah,
to go and, spend 3 days outside
because it's
in July in Chicago.
The festival thing changes it. It's like, okay, if this was an indoor show and it's Darius Rucker, Dierks Bentley, and John Party, yeah, maybe. Like, I'd probably be more likely. People. But then I'm like, but also, too, I think everyone listening is going to be like, well, she's going to have, if she goes, there's going to be a crappy fan story. Like that's probably what.
Because there always is with me.
Yeah, it's like I can't blame you. I get it. I don't know. That does not seem like it doesn't seem as powerful as last year, but I don't remember last year.
Yeah, I can see that. So last year I only went 2 days because I had plans on Saturday, and Saturday the headliner was Old Dominion, and I'm just not crazy about them.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is just. Oh, Ashley McBride was there last year.
Yeah, she was exactly. Okay. Yeah, that was a big draw. But speaking of country music festivals, big news: Lake Shake is not returning this year. They're on a hiatus after 5 years. So that kind of threw me for a loop. I was a little surprised. I reached out to our buddy Matt Malone, and he kind of gave me the inside scoop. But so from what it sounds like this is all speculation. But basically, I think they blew their budget because they had huge headliners last year, and if you even had one big number one hit, you cost at least what did I say, $12,000? And all the headliners have had multiple number one hits, so you can imagine the money they spent. And I don't think they got that money. I don't think they made that money back.
I think they chose the wrong night to do the women's night.
Yeah, I feel like that probably should have been Saturday.
You probably should have made that the Saturday event, even though I get probably why you didn't.
Mm-hmm.
But if those were all, that's where a lot of the big names were.
Mm-hmm. The whole weekend when you think about it, because so Friday night was Miranda and Marin were the two big headliners, and then the rest of the women, they were all great. Don't get me wrong, they were all fantastic. But the two big names Friday night were Miranda and Maren Morris.
Right.
Friday, the headliners were Brett Young and Keith Urban, both who've had multiple.
Oh, and Keith Urban cannot be anywhere cheap.
And then Sunday was Luke Bryan.
Yeah, no, that was a very expensive. I don't know if I would have done Keith Urban. I think that might have been my all right, because he's huge now. I feel. He might be the unattainable, hey, he doesn't go on tour much guy.
Mm-hmm.
Because he doesn't have to. He's got his hits. He still makes music, but he doesn't have to go on tour as much.
Yeah. But yeah, so that was, I think they definitely blew their budget.
Oof.
Yep. So no Lake Shake this year, people. If you're thinking of coming to Chicago in June, find something else to do.
Also, those festivals seem way too close together now.
Yeah, June and then July.
Because wasn't the last one in May?
What was in May?
Lake Shake.
No, Lake Shake's June. Remember, because it's always the weekend of my birthday.
Oh, I thought it was in May.
Which means that this year I have the weekend of my birthday free.
There you go. Well, now you can find something. Should be fun.
Yeah, I have. I've already come up with ideas, but so moving on down our concert announcement list, because there's so many. Hall & Oates are planning a new album and a tour.
Private eyes, they're watching you. That's all I know. and the only reason the only reason I know that song is because of Psych. That's it.
How is that the only reason you know that song?
I'm not. Do you think I go out of my way to be like, you know who I should listen to today? Hall and F and Oates. Like
you can't escape them though, like on the radio and stuff. And, like I grew up, like I mean, they're in movies. Like, come on.
Oh, I probably heard. It's one of those bands. It's like I probably have heard numerous songs of theirs and been like, who sings that? Oh, Hall and Oates, and then it just slips out the back of your mind. Like I gotta replace that with something else.
They have huge hits.
Oh no, I know. They're not one of those bands like I think of on a regular. Private Eyes is on my playlist though.
Chris Stapleton announced a tour, and each stop he's bringing a different special guest. So when he comes to Chicago at Wrigley Field, he is bringing the Highwomen, and
that's actually pretty big.
Yeah, so Maren Morris will be there.
Will she though?
She's part of the Highwomen.
Yeah, but she's getting ready to give birth any day.
But this one doesn't come to Wrigley until September.
Oh, then yeah,
or August.
I mean, like Wrigley, like baseball stadiums this year, I guess is apparently the way to go because everyone's running baseball stadiums.
So the big tour announcement this past week was Disturbed celebrating 20 years of the Sickness, and they're bringing Stained with them and Bad Wolves, but Stained. Stained is returning. They did a couple big rock festivals over the summer, but now they are touring with Disturbed in honor of 20 Years of the Sickness, which is one of the best hard rock albums of the 2000s.
I can't argue that.
I'm really excited for this tour.
I would be if Stained wasn't part of it, but I mean,
I love Stained.
That's where.
Oh boy.
No, it's just.
I know when you do that it's not.
Well,
good.
no, it's just that my mind just went so blank on the song, and my mind just went, nope, you will not remember that. Crap. So I listened to a lot of rock radio when I was listening to radio, and Stained was one of those bands that was overkill for me. So
really?
Yeah.
Oh, I love Stained.
I did in 2004.
This tour. Hello. This tour stops in Chicago the day before Matchbox 20.
Nice.
Yeah. Luke Bryan announced a new album, Proud to Be Right Here, and he also announced his Proud to Be Right Here tour with Morgan Wallen, Kaylee Hammack, and Runaway June.
That'll be fun.
Yeah. The country mega ticket was also announced. It includes, so I think some of these are a little bit different depending on some of the cities, but for the Illinois one, and I think for most of them, Rascal Flatts with special guests.
Oh, Lord.
Brooks and Dunn with special guests. I told you guys I'm going to that.
Yeah.
Brad Paisley with Jordan Davis and Gabby Barrett. Lady Antebellum with Jake Owen and Maddie and Tay, which, by the way, like maybe probably like a month ago, I shared the tour announcement video that they did for this. Oh my god, like best tour announcement ever. Seriously, if you guys have not seen it, go watch it. Tim McGraw with Midland and Ingrid Andress. Chris Young with Scotty McCreery and Peyton Smith. And then Jason Aldean with Mitchell Tenpenny and DJ Silver.
Hold on. Scotty McCreery's still doing things?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I did not know this. I was going to make a joke. I'm refraining from that one. But I did not know he was still making music.
He is. So that's your 2020 country mega ticket. Right now you can do for all the shows, you can do like the pass for it or whatever. And then slowly you'll start seeing the individual shows going on. Going on sale.
Some expense. Like if those aren't, I was getting ready to say, if those aren't if that's all just one show ticket, I was going to be like $200 for lawn seats. It's ridiculous.
No. It's for all of them.
I respect that. I mean, is there any of those I would go out of my way though for? Probably not. Probably Lady. Actually, Lady A maybe.
Yeah.
I haven't seen them yet. I like Maddie.
They're
and Tay.
good. They're really good live.
I like Maddie and Tay as well because
they're good.
That might be who. That would probably be who I'd go out of my way to see because I'm sure.
I think
it's not Rascal Flatts.
Of the show, like of the shows, I would say I'm most interested in Lady A and Brooks and Dunn.
Yeah, the Brooks and Dunn tickets are going to sell out super quickly. Like for the single shows, that one's just going to explode, right? Because that one they're playing smaller venues. Because I think the last tour they did was Stadium.
Who?
Brooks and Dunn.
Oh, I see. I don't remember. I think the last time they played in Illinois was when they did Lake Shake, like the first or second year.
Okay, but I mean, like I think their last tour was a stadium tour. And it's like, you go from that to go into like amphitheaters? Oh, God. Oh, God. They're going to sell that out in less than 5 hours.
Yeah, oh, man. And I think tickets go on sale for Brooks and Dunn next week. Or this Friday. One of the two.
Oh.
Big announcement in Boston. So Aerosmith is playing Fenway Park September 18th for their 50th anniversary tour. And then the next day, September 19th, New Kids on the Block are playing Fenway Park. They are coming home. Well, both bands are going home.
New Kids on the Block had a bunch of hits.
Wow. Wow.
I love New Kids on the Block. I'd actually probably go see New Kids over freaking Aerosmith, which is really sad because...
I mean, at this point, I don't blame you.
I saw Aerosmith and Kiss, and that was one of the worst concerts I've ever seen. Like, pyro-wise was fantastic. But music,
Speaking of the throwback tours, Foreigner is touring with Kansas and Europe for the Jukebox Hero Tour.
That's happening this week, I think, at my home arena.
Oh, really?
Yeah, actually like 10 minutes away from me.
So I know I ask you this every time, and you probably get sick of having to answer me. So are you in Arkansas or are you in Kansas City?
I'm in Arkansas, but I'm from that area. I'm from Missouri.
No, right. I know you're from Kansas City, but you're in Arkansas now, right?
Yeah. I'm in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, I'm in hell.
Well, then why did you move there?
Because I had no choice. That's a long story. But if I want to put, like, how to explain this to everybody is, like, you remember the scene in Pleasantville when... Have you seen the movie Pleasantville?
I've seen parts of it.
Okay, you remember when it's black and white?
Yep.
That's where I live.
Oh.
And like when you go 20 miles or I guess an hour in any direction, it turns to color. I don't know how it works, but that's how it works. I live in the middle of nowhere. Like I'm an hour from Memphis. I should probably give it away right there.
Yeah. Guns N' Roses announced today that they are touring again.
Why?
And they are playing Wrigley Field.
They're playing all the baseball stadiums except for ones that are close to me.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't go, so I don't know why I'm complaining.
And then this next tour, Rich, I know you're so looking forward to.
I have to buy tickets for it. I already know what it is, and I promised with my wife that I would buy it because we have a deal where she gets 5 concerts, and in each 5 concerts she wants to go to, she can choose. I don't remember why we have this deal. It's because I drug her to something stupid, and I know where this is going, and one of the concerts she has chosen is this band. Go for it.
Nickelback with Stone Temple Pilots and Switchfoot for the 50th anniversary.
Oh, God, I didn't know it was STP and Switchfoot, too. God. I like STP, but Switchfoot can go F themselves. Why? Oh, I'm sad now.
But so STP, like I wasn't a fan of the original band, the lineup, but because of Scott Weiland. But the new singer is actually pretty good.
I'm not.
So hopefully you enjoy that.
Yeah, this is like what are they doing? They're playing their second album or third album all the way through. Like it's to celebrate that one, and I'm like, which one is that? And it's the one that has Photograph on it. I was like, damn it.
Was that the first album or the second one?
No.
So Silver Side Up. And This Is How You Remind Me.
That's the one I wish it was because I was like, hey, I had that album.
Is that not the tour for this?
I don't believe so. I think
it says it's 15th anniversary. I think it's Silver Side Up.
It's not.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Like how sure?
About 85% sure because the wife has been talking about this series constantly.
I didn't know Ashley was such a
She's
big
not.
Nickelback
fan. She enjoys Nickelback, but like she's that's the concert she's choosing. It's one of the 5 illustrious concerts. All the Right Reasons tour. Yeah, no.
Oh.
Yeah. which means I get to listen to Photograph and that one song where you like your pants around your feet or whatever, how the hell that song goes. Like, I have to hear that one. Like, yay.
I don't like that song.
I don't like Nickelback. I like Silver Side Up. I take that back. I do enjoy that album. Yeah, that album's great. Why couldn't they had a tour over that album? That's a good album. Damn. It's my anger.
Dave Matthews Band is doing their summer 2020 tour as well.
Oh, right on.
Yeah. And then BTS is doing their Map of the Soul tour.
That one sold out pretty fast too, if I remember correctly.
I don't get the hype over BTS either.
As a fan, I'm not a fan of K-pop.
No, neither am I.
I do believe a lot of K-pop stans are the worst people on the internet.
Ooh.
Yeah, no, I'll get hate for that. There's someone out there who'd be like, ooh. Because every time you see someone trying to be canceled, 90% of it's because of K-pop. If you don't believe me, go on Twitter and spend a week there and you'll understand why no one likes K-pop. I want to, because I like cheesy music. I feel like this is right up my alley, but I just can't get past the fans.
Yeah. Yeah, to be honest with you, I am kind of a little bit surprised that you're not a fan of K-pop.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, no, I just, but it's like every time you see someone trying to be canceled for stupid reasons, like not reasons that they legit should be like held over a fire, it's because of K-pop.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fun thing that no one knew, but yeah. Well, we went from K-pop to Nickelback. That's great.
No, from Nickelback to K-pop.
Yeah, well, that's great.
Moving on to new music alerts. So we're covering 2 weeks worth, but it's still not that much.
Yeah, it's the first of the year.
Billy Talent released a new song, Reckless Paradise, which is really good. I was never a huge fan of them back in their prime, but this song is really good. It's a nice modern rock, like punk rock song. Tyler Farr released a new song, Only Truck in Town, which is really good. Really excited for new music from him this year, hopefully. Yeah. Cassie Ashton released a new song. This is her first of the year, Hopeless. So a lot of people have been talking about Hayley Williams, lead singer of Paramore, stepping out, going solo. She's released 2 songs now, one last week, one this past week.
Oh, I did not know those were out yet.
Yeah, so one is called Simmer, and then the other one is Leave It Alone. I am not a fan of either. I don't know what this is.
I actually had this discussion with someone else on the staff who was very sad that the last Paramore album was terrible, and they were worried that this would be just as bad.
Yeah, I did not like the last Paramore album, and I don't like these 2 Hayley Williams solo songs. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, I think that sums it up. That's what they were afraid of too. So,
Mitchell Tenpenny released a new song called "Can't Go to Church," which is actually really good. Don't hate me. I'm not calling it country, but I mean, I'm just saying it's a good song for what it is. Hot Country Nights, which if you have not been paying attention, is Dierks Bentley's little side project. Like it's like a 90s country group, and it's him and his band disguises.
That might
funniest thing.
You know what? If you're gonna put him on a thing, that might be what would be the
So they're touring. They're playing Joe's on Wheat Street in Chicago.
Nice.
They're doing some other places too.
Nice.
But so they released 2 songs, one featuring Travis Tritt called "Pick Her Up," which I like that one, and then the other one being "Asphalt." This one is of the 2, "Asphalt" is definitely the gimmick, like the stupid, you know what I mean, like the song that's not meant to be taken seriously.
I gotcha.
But "Pick Her Up" is actually really cool, and it's with Travis Tritt, so of course it's gonna be good. All Time Low finally released some new music. Some Kind of Disaster is their new song. Really good. Great to see those guys come back. Chase Rice released the album Part 1, and so good. It's really it's really hard not to like it. Kelsey Ballerini released a new song, the 3rd one off of her upcoming album. This song is called LA. I'm telling you guys, really excited for her new album. LA is such a good song. Like the songwriting is really strong so far on these 3 singles that she's released. Cadillac 3, they released 2 new songs. So one this past Friday and one the Friday before. Dirt Road Nights, and Heat. I think I like Heat better. It's really good, so definitely check those out. Breaking Benjamin released their Aurora album, which, like I said before, it's all previous Breaking Benjamin songs reimagined, and they're all like with other people. So you'll recognize some names on there. And Meghan Trainor released her album, Treat Myself.
I heard the first song on it finally.
Oh yeah, which one is that?
I don't know. It was the music video because it popped up in my news feed. It's like Meghan Trainor's got it because she has great music videos, and it's all right. It's not. It did not. It did not keep my attention.
Yeah, I haven't listened to it yet. I also haven't listened to the new Kesha album, High Road, which just came out.
I didn't even know that was out yet until we started doing this, and I was looking stuff up and went, "Oh, hey, the new Kesha's album out." Oh, the new Kesha album's out.
Yeah, it just came out Friday, and then Fillmore released a new song called "My Place." Ashley McBryde released another single, "Hang in There, Girl." I want to like it. It's not that I dislike it, but I don't love it, and I really wanted to love it. I don't know. There's something awkward about the music doesn't match the lyrics or the voice. I don't know. It's just weird. I'm not crazy about it. Taylor Swift released her song "Only the Young," which is from her Miss Americana documentary. Sorry, guys, my pen flew out of my hand.
On Netflix.
Which I just watched over the weekend, which was really good, and I highly recommend it.
I'm gonna watch it this week.
I'm really surprised that you forgot about it.
A lot of stuff going on in life right now, and I
know, but I'm just really surprised.
I knew it was there. I remember having the conversation about 2 weeks ago, and then it was just kind of like I completely forgot.
I thought it was funny when Ed said when Ed asked if you were losing your touch or whatever.
Yeah, I am. It is.
Oh. Carly Pearce released another song off of her upcoming album, which is released next Friday. This one's called "You Kiss Me First," and then Dua Lipa released a new song called "Physical."
Did you know Theory of a Dead Man released an album?
Who?
Theory of a Dead Man.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
31st. Yep.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. No.
I'll have to go listen to that.
So I'm going to tell you now, because of the Super Bowl, and this is music related. So are we done with new music?
Yes.
Okay. Because of the Super Bowl, because they released a new album this week. I think yeah. So I decided, because do you know what they showed after the Super Bowl?
The Masked Singer?
I decided to watch The Masked Singer.
Yep, I watched it. You didn't watch last season though?
No.
Oh. Last season was really good.
I have not watched the last 2 seasons.
Oh my god.
Because I'm like, but I knew of the show, and I was like, I'll check it, because it comes on the worst nights for me. Like Wednesday night is absolutely the worst night for me for anything, because it's the only night I have off. And it's like, I don't want to watch, it's like I don't want to just completely load up on stuff to watch.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay. I decided to watch it last night, and my wife looks at me and calls who the robot was in the middle of the song. Like,
really? Because I had no idea.
She's like, "It's Lil Wayne." I'm like, no.
Oh my god.
No. It's,
also, yeah. Spoiler alert, guys.
Yeah.
The robot is Lil Wayne.
Yeah. But at this point, I won't put this show up until after Wednesday. And Wednesday night, this show will go up. You're fine. Which is weird saying that because you're listening to this on Wednesday. But yeah, no, I get the hype because I was trying to figure out who everyone was. And I feel like this might be a segment we need to add to the show for the next few weeks where we just actually talk about this because it does have to do with music.
This is true. Last season was really great. So much better than the first season. And the first season was good. But last season was so amazing. And this season, I think it's going to be really cool too.
It started out with a bang.
To see everyone as they're unmasked.
It started out with a pretty big reveal, I feel.
Yeah. Yeah, because I was not expecting Lil Wayne. But I liked when he said, like, when they asked, like, what made him decide to do the show, and he's like, kids. My kids.
Yeah.
I thought that was really cool.
I was like, hey, this is a really cool... I'm gonna say this now because I've never watched this. So Ken Jeong, not Ken. Yeah, I know Ken Jeong.
He's hilarious.
He's hilarious, but he might be the worst guesser.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Him or
except for that like 1% of the time when he's actually right.
Him or Nicole Sharon. I can't.
Scherzinger.
Yeah, like she's pretty bad at guessing too, and I'm like, really? Because when was it the robot that he said was John Cena? I'm like, okay.
I think it might have been. No, wait, was it? No.
Yeah.
I think it was the white tiger he said was John Cena.
Yeah, he did. And again, I'm like, that could legit be the case, except when they announced when Nick Cannon goes, in tonight's episode, there's over 9 times Super Bowl players. And it's like, crap, it's a New England Patriot. Out of my like, it's Rob Gronkowski. That's my guess for the Tiger. It's Rob Gronkowski.
Okay. So wait, who? So I've seen his face before when they showed him, but I don't know who that is.
He's former tight end for the New England Patriots. He retired.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And he's been to 5 Super Bowls, which means one of the other, 4 is also a football player. Because there's no way it's Tom Brady. Because if the white tiger is Tom Brady, I'll buy someone a steak dinner.
You really think Tom Brady is one of them?
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, my wife thinks it's Tom Brady, and I'm like, it can't be Tom Brady. Not saying this is to be mean, but this is beneath Tom Brady.
Yeah, I can't really see him doing that.
That's why I laughed when she said Jason Momoa for somebody. I'm like, it's not Jason Momoa.
But how crazy would that be?
If it's Jason Momoa, I'll be shocked.
I do love Jenny McCarthy and Robin Thicke on here.
I do think the turtle is her husband.
Oh my god, wouldn't that be crazy? So like the first season, everyone was convinced that Donnie Wahlberg was the rabbit, right? And then the second season, I don't think they really guessed him at all. But this season, I think it could be possible that he might be the turtle.
I think he's the turtle. It's a boy band singer. Well, it is a boy band singer. I know that. Yeah. Like, I was like, it's either him or Nick Lachey. Like, at this point, it's...
Or it could be Drew Lachey.
Yeah, I think Nick might be the better. Like, I think because the show's growing in popularity, because I think as a celebrity, you would rather be on this than Dancing with the Stars. So, yeah. So I was like, yeah, they can sing, so...
I love The Masked Singer. I'm officially obsessed with that show now.
So now every time we record a new episode, we have to discuss this because...
Yes, I think we should.
So this has become a segment on the show. Everybody, like, if you don't...
Especially because you're actually watching the show now.
Well, I checked it because I was like, it's after the Super Bowl. All right, I'll check it out. And because anything that's on after the Super Bowl, I'll watch because that's how I got introduced to The Office. So,
oh, wow.
So I was like, I'll check out new stuff because that usually a network believes in something if they put it on after the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, I'll check this out.
Yeah, and so it comes on again on Wednesdays, and that's going to be its regular night.
Yeah, because it's the lead into the Lego reality show, and I'm like, Wednesday nights on Fox has now got me kind of intrigued.
But yeah, guys, if you have not yet, tune in. Go first, watch the first episode on demand. And then, get ready for Wednesday. And every week we'll recap The Masked Singer.
Yeah, you can watch a new episode on Hulu. You can watch the episodes on Hulu as well.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Also, fun fact. So after they premiere, within a few minutes, they're available on demand that same night.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, I was really excited about that.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I know a lot of people cut the cord. I actually am now just DVRing it. So thanks, YouTube. But I know that we'll record this show on Sunday usually, or the weekend, or Monday at night. So I'm like, okay, it's not that big of a deal, but yeah,
Oh. So that moves us into our feature segment, which we're going to be talking about some of our most anticipated albums of 2020.
Does this end with Adele? Because it's Adele.
I almost forgot about Adele. I always say that, and I don't know why. So she is supposed to come out with a new album this year. Hopefully that hasn't changed.
At some point. We know nothing.
It should be a strong album, considering she's no longer with her husband.
Yeah, no, this is going to be... I want this album.
Yeah, there's going to be some serious heartbreak on this album.
I'm here for it.
So I'm really excited for Kelsea Ballerini's third album, and it is coming out March 20th or something like that, I think. I'm really excited, especially after the 3 songs she's released so far. I think this new album it's really focused on the songwriting. Not that she hasn't been before, but it's just a lot deeper this time around. And yeah, you could just tell she's grown a lot as an artist, as a person. And yeah, I'm just really excited to hear it.
I just found out someone who's releasing an album and my mind's a little blown.
Uh-oh.
It's not on my list. I'll say one that'll probably catch you off guard.
Cool.
Because I'm fun at doing that sometimes. Dixie Chicks.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, because
I'm surprised you like them.
I'm still everybody. I'm weird. I'm kind of excited for the album. It's been a while since they've released anything. I mean, whoa. Has it been over a decade?
Whew, I think it might be.
The last album, I wonder if their last album was 2006.
2006?
14 years since they released an album.
Wow.
And I think it's going to be fantastic.
I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't think I've ever listened to a whole album by them.
Oh no,
just, a few songs here and there.
Freaking doing radio, you heard a lot of Dixie Chicks in that time frame, and
oh yeah.
But I did fall in love with Earl Had to Die. Because
that was a great video.
But it also is one of those songs that sounds so different compared to everything else on the radio at the time.
Yeah.
And if you can make yourself stand out, you're gonna be pretty damn good for a long time. So I'm kind of excited for that one.
Okay. Let's see. Lindsay L's sophomore album, the follow-up to the project, should be coming out this year. There's been no official release date, but we're pretty sure she's releasing it this year. Yeah, so this first single off the album is I Don't Love You. Such a powerful song, and she's been getting such great feedback from the fans performing it at shows and stuff. She should be releasing the video sometime this week, I think, if it's not already out. So I imagine that's going to be pretty gut-wrenching. But love Lindsay L. She's a phenomenal guitar player, amazing vocalist, ridiculous songwriter. I mean, she's really, you talk about somebody who's the whole package. She really just across the board is phenomenal. So I'm really excited to hear this second album from her.
March 20th.
For Kelsea Ballerini?
Yeah, I have dates for a lot of them. I'm a huge fan of Celtic rock, so I'm excited for Nightwish.
Okay.
Human to Nature. Probably a lot of people are like, what the hell does he actually listen to? No, it's everything. I've been a huge fan of theirs. A friend of mine got me introduced to them, and I went, okay. So they're from Finland.
Yeah.
And they're weird, but my God, they're fun. And I hope they do an American tour because they're on my bucket list, or they're part of Riot Fest. And yeah, they're one of those bands I want to see live at least once, but they've not released an album in 5 years. So again, it's one of those. It's like you've been gone for so long. I miss you. I'm ready.
Yeah, I get that.
Let's do that. And also, anytime you have a female lead in a rock band, I'm there for it.
True.
Because that's also my next one. So,
I'm trying to think. So, I'm excited for the Ashley McBryde album, but I'm getting a little nervous because these last 2 singles have not excited me.
Is this the curse? Is this the curse?
I really hope not.
Because sophomore albums,
she's so talented, and her first album was fantastic, and it would be great to have a just equally as great follow-up, if not better. But I just don't know if it's going to happen. And I hate to say that because I love her. She's, like I said, she's super talented. But yeah, I'm afraid the curse of the sophomore album might
hit her. That does make me sad, but it happens.
And I think her album comes out is it April?
I do not have that one on this list, apparently.
I think it might be April.
That one I do not have, but I can find out real quick. That's my job. Okay. So I'll give you one. And
Okay.
And again, April 3rd.
April 3rd, yeah. Okay, I knew it was April.
I don't know why they don't have that listed, but April 3rd. All right. So another female-led rock band, and one I've fallen in love with and did get hit by that stinking Grammy curse.
Uh-oh.
Evanescence? Evanescence has a new album coming out in 2020. And
really?
Yeah, and I'm nervous.
You think they'll do a tour?
They've been on tour the last couple of years.
True.
But their tour with, like, I want them to... Look, I'll say it again. Like, they couldn't have found a better partner than Lindsey Sterling to go on tour with. Like, it just fit. Like,
yeah.
Like, like, Lindsey Sterling's great live. Evanescence is great live. You put them together, you get a really good concert. I don't think it's going to be Lindsey Sterling again. But I'm nervous because Evanescence has not been great since Ben Moody left.
Mm-hmm.
And it's still, again, that first album's so good. And then the second album's kind of crap. And it's okay. It's not as good as the first album, but yeah, theirs has not got a date yet, but there is new music coming out this year. So I'm ready for it.
Yeah, hopefully hopefully it lives up to, the hype.
I don't think there's any hype though. That's the sad part because again, I think it's just like everybody goes, well, it's Evanescence, and Amy Lee has a really bad reputation right now with fans. So I don't know.
Oh,
yeah, she's
not good.
I've read that she's kind of a douche. I don't want it to be true. Yeah, I don't want it to be true, but yeah, because I love her and I love that band. And just like I said though, they've switched the band members around so many times. It's kind of hard sometimes to get into a band when you never know what's like. It's just hard sometimes to get in, like, to enjoy them, like I once did.
Yeah,
like 18-year-old me is sad.
Hayley Whitters released an EP in 2019, and she was named by one of usually I don't agree with Rolling Stone, but sometimes they do get it right. And so she was named one of the, I don't know, best new artists to watch or something like that. And like her album is being named one of the most anticipated albums of 2020. So her first full-length album will be released this year. And I'm really looking forward to it because that EP was really good. I think she knows what kind of artist she is. The songwriting is just so full of heart and meaning, and there's so much depth to her as an artist and a songwriter, and I'm really looking forward to this album.
Does it have a date?
I think it does, but of course I didn't write it down. I'm sorry, guys. I'm a bad host.
There's a lot of date. They're like with the new albums this year. There's a lot like Adele's. No one knows what day it's coming out yet.
Yeah.
It's just it's coming out. She said it's coming out this year. We just don't have any news on when. I expect there to be a few like surprise albums like Eminem's that'll be dropped all year long through different artists. I think that
would be nice.
I think that's going to be a thing this year.
Yeah.
And I think that might be a thing, period.
It should be.
I would be more excited if I just were to wake up one day and my favorite artist has a new album. Like, oh, what? It's kind of, I think that was like Eminem's album was a lot of fun, but not knowing there was an Eminem album made it 10 times better.
Yeah.
I guess the next one, Alanis Morissette.
So is it officially a full new album?
Such Pretty Forks in the Road, May 1st. That's all I've got.
Okay, awesome. I'm excited for that because I love Reasons I Drink.
Yeah, no, it's a great song.
So good.
Yeah, I figure it's going to be a full album. I am here for it.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm here
She looks phenomenal now.
She has looked phenomenal then too. Let's just say
I know, but like, have you seen her like in the music episode documentaries on Netflix? Yeah. Which, by the way, I watched them all. You guys have to go watch them.
Yeah, I told you I watched them.
But she looks phenomenal.
Like my personal favorite incarnation of Alanis Morissette is God in the Kevin Smith movies.
Oh.
So, I mean, it is what it is. She's great, and I'm so excited. Did you see like last year her and the one talk show host, the late night host, the one that does carpool?
What's his name?
James
Corden.
Yeah, James
James
Corden.
Corden.
Yeah, they did like a new song of Ironic. Like they did a new version of Ironic.
Oh, I didn't see that.
It was on the website. It's
I'll have to look it up.
fantastic. So like I'm excited for her to be back in like just in music in general.
Yeah.
And her tour this year. Like she might have, we talked about this like a while back that I thought, oh, this one tour might be the tour of the year. I know that she's running smaller venues. Hers might be the tour. Like I think that might be one of the like you have to see tours of 2020.
Yeah, for sure.
Because when was the last time she was on tour?
I have no idea. That's how long it's been.
15 years ago, probably.
Probably.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to, and I've been saying this for a while. So one of my favorite like newer artists is hands down Ryan Kinder, and I got to see him not this past year, but in 2018 I got to see him for the second time technically at this little place in Chicago, Shuba's Tavern. And he's been saying he's going to release new music for like a year now, and it hasn't happened. But in 2019, at the end of the year, he completed his first full-length album. It's done. I just have a feeling it's going to be so good. Like, he is a phenomenal singer, songwriter, and guitar player. Oh my goodness. Like, he's like a male Lindsay Ell. Like, he's the entire package. He can sing his ass off. He can play his ass off on the guitar. It's just, oh my goodness. Like, fire emojis, guys. Fire emojis. So I am super, super pumped for his full-length debut album this year. I don't know when it's being released yet. He hasn't said, but I will try and get those details for you if I can. I'm so pumped because he's got this like great like bluesy like soulful rock, but like a bluesy soulful like pop rock, I guess, is the best way I can probably describe it, with a little bit of twang because he's from Alabama. Yeah, please go check him out. Go check out the Road EP. It's 3 songs, and you'll just keep hitting repeat over and over. It's so good.
I'm gonna catch everyone off guard again.
Oh boy.
No, I love doing this because it's fun. I believe after the week she just had from Sunday to Sunday, I was not excited for her album until I saw her performance at the Grammys, and then to her absolutely bloody kill the national anthem.
Oh,
Demi Lovato is going to have the year of years. She looks great. She seems like she's in better health, and that's great because I know that she went through a lot of stuff. I think this album is going to be awesome. I cannot wait for it. Her rendition of the national anthem might be one of my favorites ever before a sporting event. I have a lot of conspiracy theories with that national anthem already. Like, she also sang the national anthem in the 2015 World Series that the Kansas City Royals won. And I'm excited for her though. Like, I thought her performance at the Grammys was really, really good. It was a really powerful performance. Yeah, and I thought her rendition of the national anthem was great. And I was like, this could be Demi Lovato's year. Like, she may have got everything. Hopefully everything's good with her. And I cannot wait to hear that album. But I know there's no date on it. I wish it was tomorrow. But so is she officially releasing new music though? Yeah, she's on the list of new albums for 2020. It just doesn't have a date. Okay. Gotcha. Which I love that. I know that one's going to get... Rich is all about the musical surprises. I am. Like, you give me I'd rather have a surprise 90% of the time. Like, Demi Lovato's going to have a good year, I think. Yeah, I hope she does. I really do. So Delta Ray, they had quite a year because they released some fantastic singles, and then some stuff happened, like they separated from their label, which, if I'm not mistaken, I think was Big Machine. There's a shot.
I was waiting for that. And so now, so they did a GoFundMe page for like making their, I don't know if it's a new album or 2 new albums,
to
not
do it
new, but like
themselves.
debut, or if it's like they're both 2 EPs. But they're in the studio now. They're working on it. So if they're anything like the singles that they released this past year, I think we have a lot to look forward to from Delta Ray.
I think this is gonna. Okay, so I'm gonna lump these all together because I feel like you're okay with this. But if you're a fan of '90s music,
no, which if you know us, you know we are.
This is kind of your year, especially early on. Fiona Apple has a new album coming out this year.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's on the surprise list. Of course, Green Day has a new album coming out this year. Which is Friday.
That's right. Well, yeah, I forgot about that. But I mean, I guess I didn't count that because everyone knew about that already.
Right, but I mean, they're anticipated albums though, so they kind of have to be somewhat like that. Mandy Moore has a new album coming out this year.
Does she really?
Yeah, I'm lumping all the '90s artists that no one like what? Oh, of course Weezer because of the tour, but yeah, no, like. Yeah, Fiona Apple has a new, there's another one on here too that made me go, oh, the Scorpions. The frickin' Scorpions have a new album coming out this year. I know it's people we're never going to talk about. Let's just call it.
I think I did read that though. I think, are they touring too, or is it just a new album?
Yeah, they're touring as well. I think they're part of that
other... I did read that like last week or this week.
Megadeth.
Oh boy.
We've hit nostalgia overload in the music world.
It's true, man. I'm hoping Mashbox releases some new music. I don't think we'll get a full album, but at the very least, we might get like a couple songs.
Alicia Keys' new album comes out March 20th.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. On the same day as Kelsey Ballerini.
I really hope she releases that new song soon because that was incredible.
Yeah, this is going to be a pretty interesting year.
I think so. I think it's going to be another good year for music.
I do believe we're going to see a lot of what Eminem did. Ozzy has a new album this year too. I do believe we're going to see a lot of what Eminem did going forward.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool.
Well, it kind of the music now, the way the music's set up now, it kind of lends itself to being able to do that. It's like you could just release an album and no one knows you've released an album until like it goes live at midnight and you're like, oh crap. Because that's exactly what happened with that Eminem album. It was a word of mouth thing.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And I want that. I need that. Like if that, like I want to do more stories on that. How cool would it be all year to see this with artists that that you love?
Yeah.
Like if Matchbox 20 doesn't release their, like you don't hear of a new album, then all of a sudden you wake up one morning and there's a new album there. How would you feel?
I would my neighbors would probably call my landlord on me because I'd be screaming fucking bloody murder.
And there would be the cops called.
Yeah.
I get that phone call. Hey, do you, can you, bail me out of jail?
Exactly. Because nobody I know would actually do it. Not for that reason.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Who else is on the list that you have?
There's quite a few. I was checking out the Birds of Prey. Stone Temple Pilots.
Okay.
I'm looking at people.
It just released a new album though.
February 7th.
Wow.
I'm looking at people that we have at least heard of.
I know Cadillac 3's album comes out this Friday.
Huey Lewis and the News.
Wow.
Hollywood Undead.
Okay.
The Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber.
Tammy Impala, or I'm gonna mispronounce that name all day long, and I apologize. Ozzy, Five Finger Death Punch.
Hello. Didn't they just come out with a new album?
Yeah,
too?
yeah. Pearl Jam.
Oh wow! I think. Yeah, I did read that they were playing, that they were releasing new music, and look at because they have a new song out.
I've not heard that.
And I think they're going on tour as well.
Jeez, 1975, AWOL Nation. Haley Williams' album drops May 8th.
Okay, not excited about that.
Static X.
Static X.
Yeah.
Who is singing for them now?
No idea.
Wow.
I knew you were gonna ask
Static
that.
Died.
Yeah. There's names here, so it might not be anybody who's listed, but Static X is on the list.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was not expecting that.
Angels and Airwaves is on the list.
Okay, that I know.
Bush.
Ooh.
Cardi B. A Day to Remember.
I knew A Day to Remember.
Holy crap. Deftones.
Okay, I think I read that recently.
The Doobie Brothers.
Oh wow.
Ellie Goulding, Drake, Fiona Apple, J. Cole, Jonas Brothers apparently are going to release another album this year. The Killers.
I like the emphasis you put on certain ones.
Migos, One Republic, Run the Jewels.
Okay.
I love Run the Jewels, by the way. I'm kind of excited for it. Sam Smith, Steve Aoki, the Strokes. The bands are back too, apparently, this year. Cool. And Zed. And Zed. So that's what I've got on that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And then hopefully we'll get some surprises thrown in there too.
Thanks, Eminem. You've made my year like, I want to see more of that. Honestly, I don't know if I know it's just January has just ended. I understand that.
Yeah.
But I don't know if anyone is a clear cut standout for album yet.
No, I mean, I would definitely put Little Big Town's Nightfall album on my list. I don't know where, obviously, yet because we're still just barely, coming into February. But I think it's definitely going to be on the list.
The Eminem album for me, the Eminem album for me is on it right now. But I mean, that'll probably change by the end of the year. So I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. So as we go further into like February, March, and then obviously the spring and summer months. There's going to be a lot more releases, and that's when like stuff starts getting really exciting. Early winter, it's still kind of new and boring.
That's how it normally goes at this time.
Yeah. But so that's all I have for most anticipated albums of 2020.
Before we get off, there is one thing I want to touch. I did, however, did you watch the halftime show for the Super Bowl?
I did.
All right, what's your opinion?
Okay, so first take is ideally I would love to see more bands play the Super Bowl show. That's just me as a music person. Like I would just like to see more bands, like more liveliness, more people playing their instruments, less people lip singing.
Newer bands. That's all I'm asking for. Not these old timers who can barely walk.
Yeah, I will agree with you there. However, I didn't dislike this halftime show. It was entertaining.
Shakira killed it. Holy crap.
Let's be real. Like, J-Lo's 50 years old. She still has a slamming body. I mean, she can dance her ass off. Same thing with Shakira.
Shakira's 43. I mean, it's like... Damn, they brought their game.
Yeah. I think this halftime show was aimed particularly at the men, let's be real. But I mean,
last year was
it wasn't, I didn't not like it.
Yeah, no, because last year it was I can't think of his name, but the lead singer of Maroon 5 shirtless for the whole thing. And like for the whole performance, and then this year it's Shakira and J-Lo bringing their culture, which I was fine with. I absolutely enjoy. Like, I hated it at first, and then it grew on me because it's like I really love Shakira. I always have loved Shakira. Shakira is one of my guilty pleasures.
Yeah.
I own her first album, in English and Spanish.
Okay, look at you.
Yeah, I like Latin music a lot. Like, it's a weird. I've got a weird taste in music, but I thought their halftime show was good. I thought it was better than last year. Like, but I thought Maroon 5 was terrible.
Yeah, I agree.
He looks nice, but that's about as far as that'll go for a lot of people.
Adam Levine does nothing for me. I'm just gonna say it. He does nothing for me. He's funny.
I thought you said Avril Lavigne, and I'm like, what?
No, Adam Levine.
Like, what's Avril Lavigne have to do with
this?
But
he does nothing for me. And I wish he'd keep his shirt on. I
think next year they have to do something different.
Yeah. I think the backlash is just people creating backlash. I don't think there's actually any backlash. You know what I mean?
Well, there is, but it's dumb. It's dumb backlash. It's the same groups of people who it's the same group of people who got mad over the hummus ad because there were 2 contestants from RuPaul's Drag Race in it. Oh my God. Like that is a real thing. And it's that same group of people who are like, oh, this is sexualized and all that. So we're just going to say the entire, because I mean, it's culture. Like Shakira actually did dances from her city. Like that I know I cannot do. Like that was a really good, I don't know. People are assholes. But next year, can we please get a band?
Agreed.
I beg. I'm going to beg for it. I think 5 years ago, I said, or 10 years ago, it should be Taylor Swift. I don't believe that now. Even though I love Taylor, I just don't think she's a Super Bowl
has she played the Super Bowl yet?
No.
Why not?
I think she's going to eventually. I just don't know if it. I don't think it's. I don't know when.
It's kind of criminal that she hasn't yet.
I think next year should be the Foo Fighters.
Okay.
Because at least they're rock, and when I think football, that's at least something. Cause,
yeah.
I don't know. Like, there's so many good bands out there right now, but instead we'll probably get no, they wouldn't do this. I was gonna say we're gonna get somebody we're not expecting next year. It's gonna be like, oh, I haven't heard of them in a while.
I could see them doing like Green Day.
They did that a few years ago.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, Green Day's already.
Remember.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. I was like, oh, but Green Day did their thing already. And I say this as nicely as I possibly can, so none of your fans hate me. My Chemical Romance is not. I don't think they're there.
No. Mm-mm.
But I don't know who could play because like you got to find a band or an artist that's so big, and like I think outside maybe Taylor left. I don't know. Unless you keep going down the retro catalogs, and I don't want that.
No, I don't want that either. Because you got to think of a band that's going to appeal to like a mass audience.
Which is fine, because Shakira and J-Lo is that. They did appeal to a mass audience. Like, that's fine. I think the last few years have been pretty good about that. Now, there was that period for a while where it was like, here's The Who. Really? Like, I don't want to sit through...
I don't remember that yet.
Yeah, I don't want to...
God.
I don't want to sit through every theme from a CSI. I just don't. Like, they did the Rolling Stones, and like Keith Richards was snorting himself. That's how old he is. So, and
geez.
that was 15 years ago, and that dude's still alive.
Yeah.
Like Prince was awesome, but again,
yeah. That's retro.
It's Prince. So, but they freaked out over Boobygate so much so that they are so scared to bring any new acts into the Super Bowl halftime show anymore.
Yeah.
Because of Justin Timberlake exposing Janet Jackson's boob.
Yeah, that. I mean, it was clearly on accident.
I was in a church watching that, by the way.
Oh, wow. Wait. I'm sorry. What?
Yeah.
Why were you in church watching the Super Bowl?
I have a whole past that no one knows.
This has to be like an episode of Live one day.
Oh, no, it is. We were going to do it before the Super Bowl and I talked to you about what was going on. I was like, I just don't feel like recording a episode of Live right now. But yeah, no. Yeah. I figured I didn't know if you'd watched it yet. I figured it'd be a good thing to bring up.
Yeah. No, like I said, I didn't dislike it. I just didn't love it. That's all. I mean, it was there. Like, it was fine.
Well, it could have been better. It could have been worse. I did enjoy
Agreed.
it. I did enjoy it. So I do kind of want to see Shakira on tour.
Is she touring this year?
I want her to. I would go.
You put it out into the universe, Rich.
I need that. Like, I love the fact that whoever shared, like, someone sent that meme to me earlier that she was dressed like her character from Zootopia, and I'm like, yes, because she was, and you can check out the meme on our Facebook, on the TBK Magazine Facebook page. But yeah, fun times, fun times. All right, I'm good. I'm good now.
So I think that wraps the show. Next week, so it might be a little cheesy. However, I feel like I did a list last year, I think, for the website. This year with the podcast, I'd like for next week's episode to be our...
Oh, no.
I did write it down. Hang on, let me find it.
It's love songs, right?
Not just love songs. I want it to be like our like favorite love song and breakup songs.
Private Eyes. The what? No, never mind.
What did I say? Our favorite modern songs about love and heartbreak.
All right.
Modern. Because and we'll briefly talk about like our favorite classic ones. But I think those ones are ones that like everyone's gonna know.
Define modern. 2000
I think we need
and
modern.
older?
Anything after 2000.
Okay. Which I mean is 20 years ago now. So
Yep. Crazy, right? Like I feel even older now.
So when I used to do retro music videos for the website, it was a 10-year run. Like it had to be 10 years old. And now like songs from 2010 would be considered retro in my mind. Like I can't wrap my head around that because I still think 1999 is retro. Like I still think it's like the 90s were yesterday kind of thing. I don't get it. But all right, I'm in. I'll make up some songs.
You'll make up some songs.
Yeah.
They have to be genuine. Like you have to genuinely like them.
I will make up a list. There we go.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so that wraps this week's episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you go and subscribe to us on iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Podbean, and of course you can listen to us on tbkmagazine.com. Subscribe, rate, review us, tell us what you think, tell us what you don't like, what you want to hear more of, and make sure to follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And then until next time, guys, happy listening.